Now, it may be workplace drama. I'm just saying right offhand, what I'm getting is possible workplace drama. That can be good, that can be bad. It depends. If something is going on around you at work, this may clearly be a message that you're going to have to keep your distance from what it is. Because it may actually be in one way or another some benefit towards you. Now, the Sibilas are here. These are going to give me my final outcome. Let's talk about what's laid out here first. Now, your money sector. This I'm really being drawn to. And this is what I'm talking about. The Fool and the Ace of Pentacles. There may be some drama going on in your workplace. It definitely can affect your work status. And I almost wonder if that's why the message to steer clear is really here. Because with the Fool, that's kind of a risky chance. So if you're being asked to not get involved here in something, there's really probably a very good reason for that. It may mean that if you stay out of a certain dramatic situation at work, there may be a very healthy benefit coming your way around that situation. Maybe if you stay out of a dramatic situation, don't get involved, don't make the foolish choice of getting in the middle, there may just be a new offer for you. If you keep a cool head, maintain the right kind of spirit, and address a drama issue at work with silence by taking the risk of not getting involved. I think that is really a very important issue. If something very consuming is happening in your workplace, I think for you this week, the message is keep your distance from it. I also want to look at the next position, which is the home or the personal. The home. The Six of Cups with the Magician. So I think the home situation feels pretty harmonious. I think you're managing. You may be very busy. You might be busy communicating with the kids' teachers and doing homework and building your finances and making time for activity and pleasure and maybe even love with a partner. It feels like family is maybe even a distraction when there's something going on in someone's workplace. And the Fool here in the workplace, I got to go back for a second. He really does kind of have a dramatic edge to him because he takes a risk. And you may actually have a fool around you, someone who may really very well be taking some risks in the workplace that you need to steer clear of. And if this is a message that you are taking unnecessary risks at work, you may need to step back from that because it may cause drama, whatever it is that's going on in the workplace. I really am for someone. I'm getting a focused message that you need to stay out of something that's going on in your workplace. Now, let's try to get back to home. Even though I'm really drawn to this workplace thing, I think that home is also pretty important but stable. You are probably busy dealing with a lot of different areas, as you should be. And there is here, I get for someone, it's maybe a child's birthday. I think there is a moment for a celebration like that, something connected to family during the week. But I think it's also a distraction from what it is that is going on at work. The primary focus for you right now, the mother connection, the nurturer, the spirit that cares for the family. And so I think you really are kind of being asked to let the family be your distraction if there's something going on at work. And the Two of Swords, really, that is such an important message, to stay focused on the family and sort of keep yourself ignorant to someone else's situation at work. You can only benefit from staying out of it, because I almost feel like somebody is going to get involved in it and it's not going to go well for them. So it probably is a good idea to step back and let somebody else's problems work itself out in the workplace. It isn't going to serve you well. So keep yourself ignorant. Be the nurturing energy, but don't get involved. Also says, I think it's really important. The drama thing at work really kind of needs to be turned a blind eye to, and stay focused on your home, your family, and all of the good that is coming from that. Now, let's take a look at the surroundings and outsiders. The Sun and the Eight of Wands. I think this is the invitation in to have some fun. Maybe take that side trip with the kids. Again, it's about distraction, and it's about connecting with pleasure too. And I think there are maybe invitations from the outside to connect, just like I was kind of getting here. Connect with friends, connect with family, make time for happiness. There are going to be invitations for you to take part in something pleasurable, something something with enjoyment. That's going to be really important for you at this time. Now, what is coming up next for you during this period? The Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. There, the Queen of Swords. So, see, I worry about the Queen of Swords because she can stick her nose into things. She can interfere because she's got very clear thinking, clear speech. And so I think that there may be a stepping forward and maybe sticking your foot in a place where it doesn't really belong. Here in the workplace, the Three of Pentacles is the group. It's the group. It's the associates. It's the planning stages. It's the work environment. So I have to wonder if, even though the warning is here to not really get involved, I have to wonder if there is an action to speak your mind, an action for, yes, free and clear thinking. But I have to wonder if you're going to go against the advice here to stay detached, because somebody here does step forward. Maybe it's someone within your group. Hopefully you will continue with the advice that you're being given here to steer clear of the drama. Although I do see that somebody here in the situation is probably going to get involved. Okay. Someone here is possibly going to get involved. That's as deep as I can go on such a general thing. But I think this person, once they step up and speak their mind, it may be curtains for them. You know, they may be getting the hook from behind the curtain. I think it may be their last dramatic performance at work. Whoever this person is, this is the drama queen. That's what I'm getting here. Thank you, Michael, for taking so long. This is the drama queen. She is the element that has a difficulty sometimes. She speaks clearly, but she isn't always the nicest person. That's also attached to the Fool and the actions of the Fool. And sometimes if the Fool is flipped in a reverse position, she can come through. And I say she, but it can be a male energy too, that sort of flips off at the mouth, and they're speaking irresponsibly, carelessly, maybe even in a cruel and kind of, I feel, a very defensive nature. And so the conversation may be ugly and irritated. And so I'm going to say again, this person, this energy feels very much to me like it is needing to stay detached, needing to stay away from it is the real message that I get. Because whoever the person is that steps up and speaks their mind is possibly the one that ends up getting the Queen's sword. This is the person who may end up getting the axe here. And I think somebody's firing might be on the horizon here. What are the objectives or visions that you're working towards? Now we have the Seven of Wands. Someone here is really kind of determined to, what can I say, overstep a boundary a little bit. Forgive me. Position the camera a little bit better. All right. Wow. So we've got this energy here that wants to speak up. Just has to get involved. Now, you may know who that is. This is someone who just doesn't know their boundaries. And they make this decision. But if you notice in the decision card, the person in the card is weeping bitter tears while they're holding their future in their hand, and the vultures are circling overhead. So, you know, with this choice, there can come some really ugly circumstances. And I think that's the real message for whoever this is this week. I feel my fists wanting to clench here. And so I'm getting this reaction that someone is in a fighting mood. Something is going on in the workplace. There's some drama building up. And the warning is, if it's not your fight, don't get in the middle of it. Because whoever gets in the middle of this drama is the one that's going to end up feeling the pain from it the most. Now, that is a great big ass warning for someone. Now, I'm going to take 3 cards to look at what culminates from the situation. Whoever this is for. Let's see what culminates from your situation. Culmination. And you know, okay, here we go. First we have Gran Consolazione. Now, this is sort of a person in kind of a dream state or a daydream. But this is the kind of daydream that's really a nightmare. This is that anxiety-ridden situation. And I'm going to say anxiety because I also have dispiacere, the tears, the sorrow, the bitter disappointment. And I'm going to say that bitter disappointment is around someone's confession because the sacerdote or the priest is here. And so I'm going to say that it's possible that someone is speaking truth with the priest here. There is a truth that is being spoken here, but it's being spoken to me on a very harsh level. The anger level may be pretty obvious here. And what this is saying to me is that someone is going to have a very disappointing, tear-filled ending to the situation. And that to me is the person who gets involved. And that's the priest. That's the priest. To me, this is the person that gets involved, and this is the person that ends up getting hurt the worst. And to me, the consolation here, that vision is the vision that if I get involved, I am going to be everybody's best friend. I'm going to be everybody's favorite person because I stepped up and said something. And that is absolutely the wrong approach for someone to take this week. This is a battle someone needs to stay out of. And that's what I've got for you for this week. Virgo, I'm going to go take a look at love now because I think you're being told here more than anything, distract yourself with celebration, with walks, with family, with friends, with associations, because something is going on at work for someone and you need to steer as clear from that as you can. That's what I've got for you.